Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Amber Betts.
Hey there, I'm Amber Betts with the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver, and today we're so excited to be here with Sarah Green, the owner of Leroy's Bagels here in Denver. Hey Sarah, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah, so tell us about Leroy's Bagels and a little bit about what you guys offer and what you do.
Leroy's Bagels, I consider us to be a slow, high staple at this point. We've been around for almost 8 years. And we just, a ton of different bagel flavors, multiple types of cream cheeses, sandwiches. It's a small shop, but mighty. We crank out a lot, so.
Awesome. Love bagels. So tell us a little bit, just your background and history.
So I am from Boulder originally, and I ended up leaving to go to culinary school in New York, and obviously knew I wanted to do something within that field. And I was quite successful in the city and I really loved it, but I also knew I always wanted to make it back home, but not too close to home. So I chose Denver. And now have called this home since 2017, and I'm really, really settled in the neighborhood and obviously with the business and expansion and all of those things. So it's, all kind of fallen into place. It's been great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners, why do your customers keep coming back? What kind of sets you apart, or, what differentiates you?
Going off of what I've been told, not necessarily my version of this, is that we're just really unpretentious, and it was started as a neighborhood spot. It's really one of the things I've tried through everything, COVID included, to uphold, and just kind of be a welcoming place for everyone. So if you've ever been in, we have a pay it forward board, allowing people that forgot their wallet or are having a rough time or just can't afford a meal to take advantage of that. And that's really been the business is bagels, but I think on a larger scale, what we're really trying to accomplish is just have a space in the neighborhood that everyone can go to and be fed for, not an arm and a leg, but still get really good product. So that's the goal behind it, I would say. And that's what we've been kind of told that we bring to the neighborhood. So
I love that.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads into our, we like to ask, how do you get involved in community or support the community? And that, that sounds like part of it. I love that pay it forward. Is there anything else you do, or?
So much. Again, our community is we wouldn't be much without them. So we do a lot for teachers weeks and nurses weeks, reoccurring. I think we're on year 6 maybe of doing books and bagels at Brown, which is so much fun, and an awesome way to kind of be involved with the community really any chance we get. So, not to say that we definitely have, a budget around what we can give. But if there's anyone that's ever in need for events or something like that, we at least try to work with them as best we can to get them product, whether, as a donation or, figuring out budget, those sorts of things. But really any community event, we're very, very happy to take part in any way that we can. But those are probably our highlights of the ways that we are most involved. It's with, schools and nurses around Denver.
Awesome. So tell the listeners, do you have any news, special updates, anything like that you want to share?
We do. And I finally feel like I can talk about it. I have been trying to grow the business for years, and a stroke of luck took out an option that I would have signed 4 weeks before COVID hit.
Mm.
And then after COVID, I found a spot that was perfect, and we just ended up kind of hitting these roadblocks around electric and gas, and I learned a ton, but that also fell through. So the fact that I'm finally able to like confidently announce that we actually have a second store coming is really, really a huge deal, and something that's been behind the scenes being worked on for a really long time. But we are planning hopefully to open in October down on Platt Street.
Wow.
Yeah, so it'll be a second Leroy's, the same menu plus some, I would say is what our goal is there. But yeah, and it will have a full coffee bar and just things that we're not able to accommodate in our space now because of how small it is. So that will be, I think, a really fun way to kind of expand the brand, become a part of a new neighborhood, and hopefully become involved there in ways that we probably don't even realize exist yet.
Yep. That is exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Sarah, I know you're probably busy opening another location, all that kind of stuff, but what are we doing outside of work? What do we do for fun? Tell us about your personal stuff.
Well, as of today, I do this frequently, but today I just got a new foster puppy. So that's where I spend a lot of my time is outdoors with my own dogs, but I try to help rescues as much as I can. Other than that, I'm very involved, or try to be very involved, I should say, in the restaurant scene in Denver. So the free time that I do have, I love to support other local businesses or try out new spots and kind of see what's going on in the neighborhood. And then really to decompress, my parents live in the mountains still, just outside of Boulder. So I'll try to go up there, and I don't have service when I go there, which I love. So don't get up as much as I want, but
fully disconnect.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Well, that kind of wraps it up, Sarah. Any last words? Anything we forgot?
No, honestly, like I said, when we talk about our community, if any of them are watching and have come in, please say hello. And it's because of them we're able to kind of keep this going. And I'm really appreciative to be featured and to continue to be able to serve the Highlands. So
love it. Well, thank you, Sarah, for your time. Tell the listeners, again, your location, your website, the best ways to reach you, socials, that kind of stuff.
So the established location is just north of Sloan's Lake on 29th and Tennyson. Obviously, social media, we're at Leroy's Bagels on Facebook and Instagram. I'm always very reachable. So my personal email is Sarah at Leroy's Bagels. If anyone has questions or comments or menu requests, what have you, please feel free to reach out privately as well. But yeah, other than that, the new spot will be at 1553 Platt, right on 15th and Platt there. But yeah, that's still small, just those two, but.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for the listeners.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com or call 720-295-9588.